What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Welcome back, welcome back, and welcome back. This is the ESC United expert panel. You know by now how it works. If not, if this is the first time you're watching it, where have you been? Subscribe to our channel. But what we're doing here is talk through the songs that are taking part in the contest this year, the Eurovision Song Contest 2019 in beautiful Tel Aviv, Israel. I assume it's beautiful. I haven't been there yet, but I hear it's very beautiful. So we're going to talk them through, share our thoughts. At the very end, we share our scores, and then look at the ranking. How does that sound? So with no further ado, let's get right into this. Next up, it is Moldova's turn. Moldova has had a couple of years of very interesting entries, to say the least, at Eurovision. 2 top 10 results, including a top 3. Their best result to date in 2017, another top 10 last year. Can they continue that streak? Well, we'll talk it through. So they had a national final, and we have a winner, because that's how it goes. Every national final has a winner. And this time around, it is Anna Odobescu. That's her name. She performs Stay.
Stay until we find a way to be together forever, here to stay.
And she won the jury vote, finished second, I believe, in the televote. But that was enough. That was enough to take it all. And now she is trying to stay in the finals. Can she do it? Let's talk this through. Melanie, what are your thoughts? Moldova.
Yeah, Moldova, let me just talk positive. That it's a beautiful song. The song has a really good build-up, and she's a good singer. She sings it very well, and it's a punchy chorus. It's just a good ballad, but that's the problem with it. It's just a good ballad. I can't connect with it. She's just singing it, and it sounds great. It's okay, but I'm just feeling that I'm forgetting it always. I'm like, okay, you have this song, Eurovision, this song. I'm always forgetting Moldova. I don't know why it is, because it's a good song. It's a beautiful ballad, but it doesn't impress me. It just does nothing with me, and that's the problem with it. Because I have the feeling that Anna is just singing a song. It's not her own story. It's just a song that they told Anna, just sing the song. It's a good song to sing it, but she's not feeling it, and she's not connecting with it. So that's my problem with the song, and I'm just hoping that she can go to the final. But I'm now feeling that she will stay in the semifinals with this song.
Oh dear, oh dear. And I hear what you're saying. So when I remember watching the national final, and I was like, when I'd won, I'm like, yeah, I think they're gonna. That's a potential last place in the semis, right? I didn't like the performance. It just didn't jive with me at all. And then I watched the music video, and I'm like, okay, this is totally what people will not like. It is just a kind of ballad that just kind of blends in. No one will really pay attention to it, and it'll be forgotten by the time it's over, right? And so I know that people will just, it'll not go anywhere in the fan polls. I don't expect it to go anywhere at Eurovision either. But I like it. And I feel kind of weird about, like, I should hate this. But I listened to the verses, and I'm like, I kind of like where they had a little twist in the verses where they kind of change it up a little. Now, when they lose me a little is when it gets to the chorus. The chorus is unremarkable, and it becomes this, let's rhyme. Let's stay another day. Oh, yay, man. It's just like, okay, there is lyrically nothing there, right? It's just, let's just rhyme because I don't speak English well. But she has a beautiful, beautiful voice. Like, she can sing, and she can hit those high notes. I just like the verses very much. The chorus is a little, it's a ballad. I did like this reaction video where I had to only give one word description to each song, right? And when Moldova came on, I'm like, ballad. That's the only word that came to mind. And I think that is what it comes down to. And there are a bunch of strong ballads in that semi, and I'm not going to say any names, and and that it's going to be a tough thing for Moldova to truly stand out. But I cannot lie, I kind of like it, and it is what it is, I guess. How about you, Lauren?
I'm not really a big fan of the song, sadly. It's not something that I would personally listen to, but I always do try and find the positives in songs, and obviously she can sing it really well, but I do kind of agree that it is going to be forgotten. I think with Moldova, they've done so well for the past couple of years that you were expecting them to bring another song to again be top 10. And it just kind of feels like this year they're like, we're going to stand back and just send a ballad. But it does become, there's so many good ballads this year that it does just become like battle of the ballads. And I think her ballad is probably the lower ranking on the side, which is such a shame. I mean, maybe if she gets a good position in the running order, it could do her justice, but I do just think she's going to get forgotten, sadly.
Oh. Oh, well, maybe, Roy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm also not the biggest fan of this. I like myself a ballad, and especially if it evokes some emotion inside of me, I really enjoy it. This is just a bit too stale for me. It doesn't really go anywhere, and it doesn't really spark any emotion with me. I find myself getting distracted as well, listening to the song. I'm like, oh, there's like a beautiful butterfly flying around, and I just kind of lose focus to the song. I just think it's just a little bit too slow, maybe. Maybe if it was a bit of a higher tempo, it could have been a bit better and a bit more memorable. But yeah, it's not entirely my cup of tea. Now, I will say last year, Moldova was like ranked 38th, and then they came with an incredible staging. And their staging was so good that in the odds, they shoot up more than 20 places.
Yes.
And so we could see an incredible staging again, and I would not count them out just yet. But it's not my cup of tea.
I think that's rule. Never count out Moldova. They could come out of nowhere. So we shall see. But for now, these are our thoughts. Now it's time to look at our scores. As pointed out earlier, everyone on the ESC United team got to rank the song from 10 being amazing to 1 being awful. And let's talk about the four of us here first, our scores, and then we'll combine the ESC United score overall. And, well, let's go for this first. So, Melanie, what's your score?
Yes. Moldova, yes, it's just a beautiful ballad, as I said. It's just nothing wrong with it. It's just okay. I'm just only forgetting about it. So I gave it a 6.5.
Okay, well, that's not bad because I did the same thing. 6.5 from me. I just cannot hate it. And again, I don't see it going far. Again, prove us wrong with the staging, Moldova. But right now, I enjoy. For me, I mean, yes, I don't skip it. And when I enjoy it enough, I cannot give it less than 5. So for me, but I understand if people don't like it. But I gave it 6.5. Lauren?
So I'm giving Moldova 4 points this year. Like I said, it's just not my taste in song. Maybe if she surprises me, I could potentially give her more points, but as it's just not my personal preference.
All right, that's fair. Roy.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit more in the Lauren camp here. It's just not for me. It's a bit too slow. I was a little bit more positive and gave it a 5 instead of a 4, but it's still just under the mark for me.
Yeah. Oh, that is all fair. As you can see, there's just points in between here right now for Moldova. But keep in mind, there are 4 of us, and there are over 20 ESC United folks. They can overrule us. So we put all the scores together from everyone at ESC United and create this awesome overall score. And here it is. Moldova score with ESC United is 4.90. So it didn't quite meet the middle mark, the average mark, 5. But Roy, any surprises there?
No, I think it's really just when there's a lot of good other ballads, then this one ranks quite low for a lot of people by default. And yeah, it's not really surprising to me. Maybe I would have expected a little bit higher because she does have a good voice live, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think you pointed out earlier, this is really, I could see this climbing a little bit in the ranking with the staging. Again, this will be a tougher one, I think, to convince because it doesn't have the catchy factor. Like, even the songs that were really low last year, Moldova, even though I love Moldova from the get-go, I was one of the few people, it at least had that upbeat kind of energy. And this one, I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm hoping for a little bit more than this. Because to me, 4.9 is a little bit too low, but I can see why it's happening. But we have to wait and see because it's not over until the fat lady sings. That's what they're saying, right? So now we would like to hear from you. Are we too harsh or not harsh enough? This is your chance to vote in our poll. There is a link in the description box. There's our poll. Make sure your voice is heard and we'll compare notes. we're going to have 2 rankings, our ranking, your ranking, and you can see all the other countries that we have ranked so far, as well as the individual score from each juror. So much to look at. Thanks for watching. Good luck to Moldova regardless. This is just the opinion of one group. Don't take it to heart. We wish you the best of luck regardless. On to the next video. Have a good day.